8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to HeartBeatHero Radio. The show hasn't started yet. It's going to start in 15 minutes at 7:30 p.m. Paris time. Let's do the intro here. Welcome, KSV Radio Shockwave, to HeartBeatHero Radio. The show hasn't started yet, but you're the first one here in the chat. Thank you so much for joining in. I have a promo for Outrunner. The promo is presented by Aisle 9. It's just him walking around telling about this great album that more than 50 people have worked on and released. And it's to help him out. So here we go.
Hey folks, Soul 9. How you doing? It's not a very interesting Friday here in Watch It. I'm wanting to let you all know about something really special though that is happening today. Outrun the Sun is an absolutely mega compilation by some of the best synth artists out there. It's just like 58 artists on this album, and all for the sum of $5. That's right, you can get 58 tracks for $5 on Bandcamp today. All of the money from this album, every penny of it that we raise, is going to Outrunner. Outrunner suffered the most terrible accident. He blacked out, he fell down, and he crushed his jaw, and he's had the most awful surgery and dental things to contend with, and a lot of what he's gone through has sadly not been covered by medical insurance. So we are trying to help our brother out, and we thought about putting this together. Neon Warren came up with the idea. Thank you, man. And I kind of drove the troops into action, and just an incredible thing. So many people have come forward. We've had incredible artwork created. I put links in the description for who helped us with that. And yeah, we've got everyone on this. We've got Rogue VHS, we've got Cassetta, we've got Colour Theory, we've got Mellow Fields, we've got Skylane Drive, we've got Echo Wolf. We've just got some stunning synth artists all on this compilation. And you know, we really want you to go and download this to have an incredible collection of the best synth music around, and to help our brother out in the process. So the link is in my description, it is in my bio. Please go and download Outrun the Sun now.
All right, make sure and get that. We're going to play some tracks before the show starts. We're going to start with a track by a Dutch artist. The track's name is called Hat, and the artist is called Hoensen. Let's have a listen to that. right. That was a Hat by the Dutch artist called Hoensen. Up next is Male Drama by Perfect Female Type. That was Mall Drama by Perfect Female Type, who's also in the chat. Hello and welcome. Up next is Array by Suzuka. I don't think we're going to be able to finish this track, but we're going to try. Let's go. I got to cut that one short. So we got a minute till the show starts. Why is I'm not hearing anything? There we go. We'll do a little countdown. And we can open that back up. Alrighty. Kloppenberg in the house. All right, 20 seconds. Restart this when the show starts. Let me grab my 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Synthwave podcast called HeartBeatHero Radio. This show has been listened to over 100,000 times by hundreds of listeners. If you're interested in sponsoring the show, send me a direct message via Instagram to HeartBeatHero. Also, a shout out to my new Patreon supporter, Gary Heather. This show was brought to you by my main sponsor, Yuko Raid. Their promo I'm just about to gonna play features 2 of their tracks. One called Legend, Yuko's Night Mix, and the other is Rebels of the Night, featuring Chase Farley. Previously on HeartBeatHero Radio. While we wait for Jeff, we'll talk to Joe. Joe, what are you wearing?
Well, I've got this hip cut thong on. I'll back up so you can see it. It says naughty on the front and nice on the back. Yeah, but now I'm talking, Jefferson, so now shut up. You got to get this straight. When they're talking to you, you talk. Then you don't. This is a mess.
All right. What was the question again?
That's where parts of which musical family?
Next. Can I Google real quick?
That would be cheating.
Ouch. Okay. Yes. Okay, Careless Whisper.
Who did I hear? Nakatomi Trivia Plaza, the winners of the show. You're a winner.
Graciously accept.
I did have something prepared actually just for this. No, that was lots of fun.
Hi, this is Clank, and you're listening to HeartBeatHero Radio.
Hi, this is Josh and Ricky from Unetics, and you're listening to HeartBeatHero Radio.
Hey, what's going on, guys? This is 8X, and you're listening to HeartBeatHero Radio.
Hey, this is Joe from the Ozone Nightmare podcast.
Hi, this is Robin Lights, and you're listening to HeartBeatHero Radio.
Hi, this is Karen Zoe Lee.
Hi, I'm Synth Street.
This is Sequenza.
Oh, hello! It's me, Steven from Hot Heels.
Heartbeat Hero Radio Show.
This is the Heartbeat Hero Radio Show. Have a good time listening to great music, artist interviews, and some nice trivia games right now on this very channel.
Oh, yeah. It's Saturday night, the 11th of January, 2025. Happy New Year! I'm here live on twitch.tv/HeartBeatHero. This is episode number 74 of the Synthwave podcast called Heartbeat Hero Radio. My name is Daniel Barton, and I am your friendly neighborhood Synthwave fan. Shoutouts to my Patreon supporters Jefferson Rift, Robin Lights, Keith Atherton, Yuko Raid, and new supporter Gary Heather. Thank you all for your support. If you would like to support the show, go to patreon.com/HeartBeatHero. Tonight, I will be interviewing Dan Eachus, president of Retro Synth Records. That will be live at 8:30 p.m. Paris time here on Heartbeat Hero Radio. And for the trivia at 9 p.m., we will have more guests from the Retro Synth Records family. We got Memory Design, Dreampocket, and Michael Angelaux. And also a special late-minute guest from my Patreon supporters. We will have Keith Atherton playing trivia with us. Alrighty then, let's get this show on the road. Brothers Will and Kevin Bush from Milwaukee formed the group Immortal Girlfriend. Growing up in a musical family, Will and Kevin started making music in their teens. And this January 20th, they will be performing live with Starcadian in Milwaukee. They will have music and electricity brought together in one venue. There will be literal lightning between Tesla coils during the performance. Now, that sounds like an amazing show, and if you're in the neighborhood, be sure and check that out. But for tonight, I have their amazing track and cool video, which features some badass wrestlers. This is Calling by Immortal Girlfriend.
I took the long way home. Too fast to stop signs, rearranging my mind. I'm not the only one who's awake at this time, looking for the sunlight. I wait, and I wait, and I will wait for you. No mistake, no mistake. I know that you'll come through. You come right in the dead of the night. In my dreams you're talking to me. The only one bringing it back to life. And I'm waiting on you, babe. Can't wait till I get home. Been awake for some time, and you're missing me now. Stay until the dawn. From the look in your eyes, I'm never leaving your side. I wait, and I wait, and I will wait for you. No mistake, no mistake. I know that you'll come
Yeah, that was Calling by Immortal Girlfriend. Also supporting the show is my mom, Haiti. We got a lot of shout-outs for the chat. We got Luna of KSWV Radio Shockwave. We got Nicholas, Bokanoid, Perfect Female Type, Keith Atherton, Zed Arcadia, Bending Grid. Oh, let me just change this real quick. Bending Grid, Light Source Music, Dreampocket, Shyalaxi, John Kloppenborg, Memory Design, and Aisle 9. If I forgot you, tell me I forgot you in the chat there, right there. Just tell me. All right, Happy New Year. It's 2025, and there's a lot to look forward to. What am I looking forward to the most? Creating more awesome shows like this and having great guests on the show and listening to great new synthwave music. What else am I excited for? Well, the new Superman is being directed by James Gunn. You might know him as the director of Guardians of the Galaxy. He did great work on that. He's also one of the new CEOs of DC, so he'll also be in charge of the new Batman movies in the future. But have you seen the Superman trailer yet? Have you? It's been viewed over 50 million times, so check it out, unless you don't want any spoilers, because I know some of you don't like to watch trailers. You like to be surprised while watching movies, so check it out or don't. The release date of Superman is July 11th, 2025, so that's only a half year wait. It's going to be here real soon. Now, maybe you're a Star Wars fan, and if you are and you enjoy Star Wars music, there is a band called the Artificial Dance Party who are performing live the next few months in the Netherlands and in Belgium. In a galaxy far, far away, the musicians of the Artificial Dance Party have combined their passions for Star Wars and love for danceable indie electro rock in the project Revenge of the Synth. Today, the 11th of January, they will be performing live in Utrecht. They will also be performing later the next coming weeks and months in Amstelveen, Goes, Hilversum, Sittard, Leeuwarden, and Vlaardingen in the Netherlands, and they will also be performing in Antwerp in Belgium. It is Revenge of the Synth. I'm going to post the tour dates right now in the chat, so you can check that out if you're in the area. So if you live in Belgium or the Netherlands, you should definitely go online and order some tickets to see them live. Now, Bart, one of the members of the Artificial Dance Party, sent me a personal promo for his show, so let's have a watch.
Hi guys, I'm Bart from the band The Artificial Dance Party, and we are going on tour with The Revenge of the Synth. So if you love Star Wars and if you love synthesizers, go get your tickets and find us on Instagram at The Artificial Dance Party, and we'll see you there.
We would be honored if you would join us.
To the Revenge of the Synth. Get ready for a unique show by a band from a galaxy far, far away.
Up next is a duo from France. You're listening to their music right now in the background. They're called Chien Méchant, which means evil dog in French. Their album Metamorphose is their premiere album, releasing the 17th of January 2025. Check out this amazing French duo. This is Nuit Blanche, Sleepless Night by Chien Méchant. Just one thing, the audio and the video aren't connected, so if you see that, I apologize for that. Oh yeah, that was Nuit Blanche by Chien Méchant. Another cool thing about 2025 is that Conan O'Brien will be hosting the Oscars. Now, he is one of my favorite comedians of all time. Make sure to watch his video on YouTube where he helps a student driver together with Kevin Hart and Ice Cube. It is hilarious. Also coming in 2025 is Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, which premieres May 23rd, where Tom Cruise returns is what to be rumored his final Mission Impossible movie role as Ethan Hunt. We'll also have the movie Avatar: Fire and Ash. It will premiere December 19th, so we didn't have to wait 14 years for this Avatar movie to come out. All right, now it's time for some cyberpunk. Later last year, Waveshaper was featured on a virtual reality video game for the MetaQuest called Masters of Light. He created, together with Paul Zimmerman, an original soundtrack for the game. Here is a link to the game. I'll post it in the chat. Let's go. It's the meta game, so you can play that with your kid if you want. I couldn't find that much about Al Vision. He's just a badass producer. So let's have a listen to this cyberpunk duo. This is Nightbreed by Waveshaper and Al Vision. That was Nightbreed by Waveshaper and Al Vision. We got one shout out to the chat. It is Sub Neon. Thank you for joining. Now, some people listening in the show might know, but the Outrunner has been playing guitar solos over his Synthwave tracks, and he is part of the Synthwave community, and he had an accident in the beginning of December. He experienced a blackout, but there's a lot more to the story. We created this great album with more than 50 artists, but Tim's going to tell you all about it. I have a little promo here where he walks around and tells the whole story. So I'm glad we're all here. So hopefully enjoy. If you haven't bought it yet, please do. I'm going to post a link in the chat. Here we go.
Hey folks, Soul 9. How you doing? It's not a very interesting Friday here in Watch It. I'm wanting to let you all know about something really special though that is happening today. Outrun the Sun is an absolutely mega compilation by some of the best synth artists out there. It's just like 58 artists on this album, and all for the sum of $5. That's right, you can get 58 tracks for $5 on Bandcamp today. All of the money from this album, every penny of it that we raise, is going to Outrunner. Outrunner suffered the most terrible accident. He blacked out, he fell down, and he crushed his jaw, and he's had the most awful surgery and dental things to contend with. And a lot of what he's gone through has sadly not been covered by medical insurance. So we are trying to help our brother out, and we thought about putting this together. Neon Warren came up with the idea Thank you, man. And I kind of drove the troops into action, and just an incredible thing. So many people have come forward. We've had incredible artwork created. I put links in the description for who helped us with that. And yeah, we've got everyone on this. We've got Rogue VHS, we've got like Cassetta, we've got Colour Theory, we've got Mellow Fields, we've got Skylane Drive, we've got Echo Wolf. We've just got some stunning synth artists all on this compilation. And you know, we really want you to go and download this to have an incredible collection of the best synth music around, and to help our brother out in the process. So the link is in my description, it is in my bio. Please go and download Outrun the Sun now.
Now, you might not know, some of the people here in the chat also have tracks on there, me and myself included. So definitely check that out and support Outrunner. It's an amazing collaboration. All right, what else more is there to be excited for in 2025? Well, I think the Dutch champion Max Verstappen might become world champion again, but that's not really exciting because it would be for the 5th time. I mean, he's already done it 4 times. So he is also becoming a dad, so that might change his priorities in life, and he might not win next year. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. There's also a movie coming out in 2025 called F1 Formula One, starring Brad Pitt, like in my dream, and directed by Joseph Kosinski, who also was the director of Top Gun and Tron Legacy. Amazing movies, so that should be awesome. But let's play more awesome music for you. From Switzerland, we have the artist called Mike Templar, music artist, writer, composer, and Space Knight. He makes synthwave and sometimes rare stuff in other genres. He is also has an album called Trom, T-R-O-M, which contains a full cyberpunk sci-fi novel. And I'll post a link right now, if I'm posting the correct one. There you go. And so up next is a happy little tune by Mike that makes me feel good every time I listen to it. I hope that does the same thing for you. This is Chase by Mike Templar. laughing at perfect female type. He said, "Give me the title now." All right, that was The Chase by Mike Templar. We got a shout out to Brandon Cool Music. Now, I received a request from a very young listener of the show of Heartbeat Hero Radio. His name is called Maxime. Thank you for requesting this next track. He requested a track called Phoenix, and the vocals are by an artist of the name of Halverson, and the music is by Netrum. It has over 10 million views on YouTube and 70 million on Spotify. This is Phoenix by Netrum and Halverson.
The year is 1991. Birds and people are living together in seemingly perfect harmony, until one day a young man catches fire. This is Phoenix.
That was Phoenix by Netrum and Halverson. Now it's time for the pre-recorded show, and I'll be back with a live interview with Dan Eachus, president of Retro Synth Records. I will see you in the chat. Welcome to the pre-recorded show. Up next is the sponsor of the show, Yuko Raid. Yuko Raid has a track called Legend, and this is the Yuko's Night Mix.
You will live forever, but I'll haunt you in your sleep. Fading like a shadow, was I always just a dream?
That was Legend by Yuko Raid. Up next, a really exciting track. It's Hots for You by Munetics.
Shaking around the clock. Oh, honey, I'm all in shock.
That was Hots for You by Munetics. Up next is a Dutch duo called The Robots Are Coming, and this track is called Dystopia. That was Dystopia by The Robots Are Coming. Up next, a track by Ace Buchanan called Come Alive, the Bending Grid remix. That was Come Alive, the Bending Grid remix by Ace Buchanan. Up next is Testarossa by Lost Tapes of 88. That was Testarossa by Lost Tapes of 88. Up next is I Choose Love by Cat Bear. That was I Choose Love by Cat Bear. Up next, another Dutch duo called Leonard and Leonard. This is their track called Drive. That was Drive by Leonard and Leonard. And now, back to the show. And we're back on the show with my guest here. I'm going to give a nice introduction for him. Let me just line up this little thing I have here from, let's see, also change this up, from Deptford, New Jersey. He is a proud husband and father of 5. He runs a solo synthwave project called DMME and is a member of the Neutron Dreams Collective. And also to top that, he is the president of the Retro Synth Records, Dan Eachus, a.k.a. Miami Dan. Welcome to Heartbeat Hero Radio.
Thank you, Daniel. Thank
you. All right, Dan. How you doing? Did a little presidential track there for you.
Right. I love it.
I'm doing the shades as well, just for
yeah,
a few
man.
minutes.
You gotta rock the shades, man. You know.
All right, how you doing, man?
Very good, man. How are you?
All right, we're gonna start from the beginning. How'd you get started in music?
Well, I got started when I was in elementary school. I got put into I tried out for the band in the second grade, third grade, and I did trumpet at first. Learned how to play the trumpet. And then after that, I was like, okay, I'm kind of bored of the trumpet. I was like, let me try something a little more challenging. So I took on percussion, and I learned all kinds of drums, snare, kick, cymbals. I started messing around with all that stuff. And then after that, I was like, well, there's more kids that wanted to learn how to play the drums. So the music teacher was like, you got to relinquish the drums, Dan. You have to pick up something else. So I had to pick up the most synthwave instrument of all, the saxophone. So
oh, wow.
I learned how to play a tenor sax when I was just in grade school.
And so what age was that around? Because the grad school things were different here in the Netherlands.
Oh, man, I was, let's see, 9 or 10 years old. I was playing the sax.
And were there specific tracks you could play already, or was it just the note ladders and stuff like that?
No, because I was in the school band, we had to perform for all the parents and stuff that would come to all the events. So we had to learn like your typical Christmas songs or like a Beethoven song or a Mozart song. We had to learn those, and then we performed them. Or something as simple as, well, like I said, the Christmas songs like Jingle Bells or Deck the Halls.
So
those kind of
you weren't playing Candy Dulfer with Prince or
no,
something like that?
not at all. Not at all, no. And I continued to sax until I was about 14. Got into high school, and after that, I was like, "Nah, I'm gonna put the sax down." So sadly, I put it down, and I never picked it back up again.
And then when did you get on the synths then, or when did you get into creating music yourself?
But that was around that time is when I started dabbling in piano, a little bit of keyboard. I had like the old Casio keyboards for kids. I had 1 or 2 of those. Wish I still had mine, but that went away a long time ago as well. And then I've been kind of dabbling in music a little bit here and there, but it wasn't until I got big into video games and modding video games is how I got my start into actually producing music, because we were producing modifications for video games and we wanted to create our own soundtrack. So started creating soundtracks for the video games, and that's how I got started.
What do you mean modifications for video games? I mean, what am I looking at? What kind of games are we talking about?
Okay, so for PC games especially, you can modify them. You can create mods, and it's pretty big in PC gaming. Back in the old Wolfenstein 3D, Doom, Duke Nukem games, I was able to take the game, tear it apart, and then you can change the graphics, change the sound, create characters, stuff like that, and pretty much make the game your own and then put it out there for other people to play. So I was doing it back then, back when Wolfenstein 3D was around. And back then, there was all kinds of already popular mods for it, where one was called Bloodenstein, where it just upped the gore level to like 1 million, where there was blood everywhere. And then there was Barneystein 3D, where back in the day when Barney the dinosaur was super popular, they put Barney the dinosaur as the boss in Wolfenstein 3D, and you get to shoot and bloody up Barney.
Very cool.
It was kind of sad, because when you actually got to kill Barney, he would disintegrate into this purple pile of mush. And then as he was disintegrating, he said, "And remember, kids, I love you." And he would just disintegrate into the floor. It was the ultimate thing if you hated Barney at the time.
We used to play Quake back in the day, and we were able to import our own sounds. So like the jumping sounds we would do ourselves. But I didn't know if you could do the music as well. I thought the music was like untouchable during Quake. I don't know, probably maybe with the games you were working with. I don't know if you ever modded Quake.
It was kind of built on the same game engine, because that was all made by ID back in the day. Quake, Duke Nukem, Wolfenstein, that was all part of the same game engine and platform. They just kept upgrading it and changing it. Same thing with Hexen. You ever played Hexen? It was the same deal. It was all part of the same thing. If you knew how to take apart one, you kind of knew how to take apart the other. So yeah, even back then with Quake and up to like Quake 3, you could import your own graphics, sound effects.
Were you using were you using like a tracker-based music maker, or did you use like Cubase? What were you using for software to create the tracks?
Back then, it was Winamp, of all things.
Winamp? You can make music with Winamp?
Back then, yeah, it was Winamp. Yeah,
what? Create music with Winamp?
Yeah, you could. Yeah, back then, it was it's a big different software back then.
That
was part of it. And then I think I had a copy of like Fruity Loops 2 or 3
Okay.
back then.
That's
Yeah,
more
so I
familiar
had that.
territory.
Yeah. And then I kind of put that on the shelf for a while. You know, I had to go through high school and all that stuff. And then, you know, met my wife, got married, had a career. And then a game called Sins of a Solar Empire came out. And it is your typical 4X space game, explore, expand. What's the other one? Exterminate and extend or something like that. I forget what all the.
But you also made music for that then?
Yeah, so that was we made a total, like almost a total conversion modification for that game. And that's where I met my bandmate now, Chris. I was looking for people to help me do all these things. And he approached me, said, hey, I'm a composer. I'm like a one-man composer. And I can help you out with this modification.
All right, well, we'll get back to Chris because he's after this first track. I wanted to know more about the track Binary Love, and I'm going to give it a play.
Sure. So Binary Love, and the entire album of that one is off of, and those other 4 albums, they're all about kind of getting into and getting above the whole AI music that is being prevalent everywhere. And this was my attempt to kind of get ahead of the curve for all those albums. And the Binary Love especially was meant for, I'm always a sucker for love songs. And it was always, well, what if we were able to create individual AI personalities, not for ourselves, but they were like your individual helpers. Well, whatever happened, you know, the AI assistants fell in love with each other. That would be Binary Love.
Oh, cool. All right, this is Binary Love by DMME. right, that was Binary Love by DMME. We got some shout outs to the chat. We got Synth Mist, Ancient Observer, and Dan is also in the chat himself. Let me put you back on the screen. Here we go. Let's flip this around. There you go. Dan, you've met some influential synthwave artists, fans and promoters from the community in person. To name a few, Ollie Ride, Michael Oakley, Time Cop, Droid Bishop, Power Rob, Neon Fox, Karen Zoe Lee, Dennis G, and Starfire. Were there any meetups that were extra special for you?
Michael Oakley, and Time Cop. They're probably my well, if I could pick three, it would be Michael, Time Cop, and Droid Bishop. All three of those are quite influential in my my synthwave career and the influence of my sound. I never thought I would actually meet all three of them, but I did. Michael was on my bucket list for a long time. We tried to connect up many times, but it just never happened. And he was tied to Canada. He wasn't able to get out because of his visa, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I met Jordy many times. He was the first one I met. And Droid Bishop, James. Never thought I would meet him. Because he's out in LA. I'm here near Philadelphia on opposite ends of the country. He didn't tour. And then I found out that he was touring and he was actually coming to Philadelphia. So that was really, really cool that I got to meet Droid Bishop. But I never, ever met Michael, ever. And it was always a hard time coming out, getting to meet Michael. And Michael has been influential on me from the very first song that I created. Michael was there. Michael helped master my entire first album, and he was there. He was there through the production process of every single song. So I learned a lot from Michael Oakley. And we would always joke that one day we would meet. And then he wasn't on the bill to perform or anything like that. He was going to be incognito, and his long hair at the time proved that as well. But I met him at Neon. For the first time and the only time. I met him at Neon
Retrofest. That's my next question. So that was in Miami. Do you live near Miami?
No, I live right next to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Yeah, I live in New Jersey, far away from Florida.
You're not New Jersey Dan, but Miami.
Right, yeah. I wish I wasn't Miami Dan. No, Miami Dan is a moniker that Luna Coverdale of KSWV gave me. So
cool.
She gave me the DJ name Miami Dan. So I just took it and ran with it, and now I am Miami Dan.
So Miami, how was that? Neon Retrofest 2023. A lot of people were there. I mean, I wish if I could go back in time and reconsider, knowing that everybody was going to be there, because sometimes they market something and it doesn't go through. So
right,
I'm kind of hesitant to go.
Yeah, it was absolutely amazing. Worth every penny, everything that I spent to get there. And from that point was a huge explosion and turnaround for Retro Synth Records. I went to Miami. I mean, not Miami. I was in Tampa, actually. I went to Tampa and went there. And, off the bat, I had my luggage still in my hand. I just checked into the hotel and I was about to take the elevator up to my room. I have my luggage in there with my hand with my son who came with me, AJ.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
And then who walks through the glass door out from the pool is none other than Karen Zoe Lee. And yes, the late, not the late, oh my God, the amazing, oh my God, I'm getting ahead of myself. The amazing, legendary is what I meant to say, Michael Oakley. So he walks in. And it was the first time I met him. And like I said, I'm not a tall guy in stature at all. I'm only 5'6", and he's like 6 feet tall or whatever. So he's like towering above me. But he comes over, shakes my hand, gives me a great big hug, says, finally we get to meet, and then the whole weekend from there is history. But from that weekend, from that event at Neon, and getting to perform at Neon and hang out and talk with all of these amazing musicians, Retro Synth exploded in growth.
Yeah.
So
did it?
Just for example, of all the musicians that played there, about half of them came on board.
Your label, yeah, right. I thought the Retrofest that grew, but yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So from Neon, we grew by half the artists that were there.
Amazing.
From that weekend, and that's how I met Jeff with Laser Steel. Never met Jeff before, and him and I we had a handshake agreement right there at Neon, and then from there we started getting into the vinyl records and everything. We got to go with Arcade High and put out our very first vinyl together with Arcade High, and so far we've just been growing and growing and growing, and now we're like 150 artists deep.
Wow, amazing
records.
Yeah, let me just go. Let me go back to Neutron Dreams because I want to play a track, Blue Lagoon. Can you tell me more about Christopher J. Payne and Neutron Dreams?
Sure. So Christopher J. Payne, otherwise known as Pyramid of Chaos, that's his solo project, is Pyramid of Chaos. We met through gaming. We met through the mod for Sins of a Solar Empire. And the mod, in case you want to look it up, it's called 7 Deadly Sins. So it's a play on the whole 7 Deadly Sins and Sins of Solar Empire. But I wanted customized music. And he messaged me out of nowhere and just said, hey, I'm a one-man composer. I can help you produce all this music. So him and I started working on music together. He had an extra license for FL Studio 8. So that's how long ago this was.
Yeah.
And then him and I started making these custom tracks for the video game. We had battle music, we had peaceful, serene music, we had music. It was really neat to have something that was totally custom and totally our own. And at the same time, everything else on that mod was completely different. But from there, we formed a friendship and we became like the best of friends, and we still are to this day. But from there, from that point where we had that, Chris had some things happening in his life where he couldn't really do music with me, and we lost touch for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I discovered this thing called Synthwave. I am a Miami Vice fan, and I love Crockett's theme. I tell everybody that's what I want played at my eulogy. So when you're lowering me into the grave, I want Crockett's theme playing. So I was, on YouTube searching up Crockett's theme and Crockett's theme remixes, and I came across an artist called K-Boo. I don't know if you've ever heard of K-Boo.
Yeah, I've played him a lot.
He's amazing.
Yeah.
So his remix of Crockett's theme, I was blown away, and I was watching on YouTube. And then at the same time, I was in the YouTube search algorithm for this game on mobile device called Pinout. And Pinout is like a Tron-themed pinball game for your device.
Cool.
So between searching for the OST for that and watching K-Boo, YouTube figured out, oh, you must be into this thing called Synthwave. And the very next video it served me up was Kavinsky's Night Call. So
that's where
down
it all
the rabbit
started.
hole I went.
Let's go back to Neutron Dreams because I wanted to
No,
play
yeah,
the
well,
track.
it led to that. So that led to me wanting to produce it myself. I was like, you know what? I used to do this. So let me start doing my own music. And then Neutron Dreams was actually formed not with Christopher J. Payne, but with Ryan Leslie of Ryan's Synthwave Guitars, his YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
So we made that entire first album along with the help of Michael Oakley, because at the time, Michael Oakley and Ryan both lived in Glasgow, Scotland.
Yes.
So that's how it all started. And then after that first album, Ryan left. I did the second album by myself. And on the third album, that's when Chris joined me in Neutron Dreams.
All right. I'm going to play Blue Lagoon.
Yep.
By Neutron Dreams. Here we go. Yeah, that was Blue Lagoon by Neutron Dreams. And a shout out to the chat. We got Marito Gaia in the chat. Now, I had a lot more questions for Dan, but Dan, we're out of time. I got 3 more tracks to play. I'll tell you what the names are, and hopefully you can tell me more about the tracks. We got DMME with Digital Disorder and Glitch in the System, and we got Neutron Dreams with Waves of Time live. Please tell me more.
Okay, so quickly, the first two those two DMME tracks, they could be summed up in just one theme. AI going wrong. That's what those are all about. A glitch in the system. Definitely, it's what would happen if the AI that we're all becoming so dependent upon, it decides to go haywire. What will we do? That kind of thing. That's basically the theme between those two. And then Waves of Time, that was one of our most popular songs of all time, is Waves of Time. And then we did a live mix of that. So that's that song that you have there. Yeah, and that was actually recorded live as we performed it live.
Awesome. All right. I do not have the video. I only got the audio of that last track. All right. So this is Digital. We're going to start with Digital Disorder. I'm going to play all the 3 tracks, and then we're going to have some trivia. Here we go. That was Waves of Time live by Neutron Dreams. Before that was Glitch in the System by DMME. And before that, Digital Disorder by DMME. We got some shout outs to the chat. We got Vaporpunk24, Don't Stint, Legacy FM Vibes, and Synth Mist. And now it's time for some trivia. And I can't hear it. Why can't I hear it? It's coming. It's coming.
This is the trivia song. Why don't you sing along? Getting every question wrong. This is the trivia song.
Oh, yeah. And I'm going to introduce my guests. And the first one is returning for his third appearance here on the show from the streets of Nashville, Tennessee. A synthwave singer, songwriter, musician, and producer raised on his grandmother's baby grand piano and a master of the 6-string banjo. He conjures his magic on the Epiphone Les Paul. Tonight, we hope he leaves nothing unsaid, and as we will also be playing his new track called Detect. Please welcome the one and only Sam, a.k.a. Dreampocket.
So don't let go.
And you wanted to play for us, Sam, there a little bit?
No thanks.
All right. Up next is a synthwave musician from Chicago, Illinois. His first EP was called Company Man, released in 2023. He's also a host of the live show called Synthwave Hangout with Memory Design and Warren on Retro Synth Records YouTube channel. Give it up for David, a.k.a. Memory Design. Up next from Los Angeles, California, another musician connected to the Retro Synth Records label. He is a retro pop synthwave vocalist, and he has a new single out called Dance in the Rain. With an affinity of the 80s and the early 90s, Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson, and Paula Abdul were some of his favorite artists. Michael Angelaux, welcome to Heartbeat Hero Radio.
Dance in the rain, let it wash over you, drown in the pain.
And a surprise TV guest, trivia guest here on the Heartbeat Hero Radio, a 3-year loyal Patreon of the show. Give it up for Keith Atherton.
Hey.
It's coming. The intro's coming. Just let it load for a little bit. Yes, and back from my interview, joining us for the trivia now, the president of Retro Synth Records, Dan Eachus. All right, I will explain the rules of the trivia. Each turn you can choose from the following categories. Trivia categories, let's post it real quick in the chat so everybody can read which categories we got. Trivia categories. Music buff, I have a new 80s category, 90s, 0s, 10s, Marvel, Star Wars, Disney, Seinfeld, Batman, and music clips. I will read them again later in the trivia. Some have multiple choice and some do not. Marvel, Star Wars, and Disney are guaranteed multiple choice, and you get 1 point for each correctly answered question. There is a twist, though. The Disney, Marvel, Star Wars trivia and theme songs are worth 2 points each. The catch is you do not get multiple choice and will only get 10 seconds to answer that question. I also have a unique category with theme songs from series. Let's see if I can get that intro real quick here. This is like something like this. What'd you say, Michael?
I said Knight Rider.
That is correct. So that's an example. We'll play one practice round where you receive no points, and then the official rounds will follow. So let's play the warm-up round of trivia.
Get ready, let's go. The warm-up round is here. Time to feel the thrill. Today's the warm-up round. Feel the bass go loud.
All right, Dan Eachus, you're starting up first. And wait, before we start, I'm actually going to add Keith. Keith, you have been added to the chat. All right, Dan Eachus, you're first. Which category would you like us to warm up around? We're all going to help each other out, so it's no points. It's just having a lot of fun.
Let's go with Star Wars.
Star Wars. All right, I have this nice, cool thing here. I'm going to do the Star Wars one. I gotta pull it out first. Let's go with first Star Wars question. I'm gonna give you all the options, and actually, I will have to remove the glasses, or otherwise I can't read.
Let's get serious here.
And I actually even need my reading glasses, so I'm gonna have to hold them really far away here, otherwise I can't read. What color is Rey's new lightsaber seen at the end of The Rise of Skywalker? Is that A, green, B, blue, C, yellow, or D, red?
That would be C, yellow.
C, yellow is correct. Woohoo! There you go, into the pile. Up next is Michael Angelaux. Welcome to Trivia. And,
Hello.
You get to choose one of the wonderful categories. Would you like me to repeat them? I hope I have them in the chat
please.
still. All right, so the categories were, they've already disappeared in the chat. Wait, let me see. All right, music buff, that's this one. These are all music-related questions. Then we got 80s, 90s, 0s, 10s. Then we have Marvel, Star Wars, Disney, Seinfeld, Batman, and music clips. And music clips are the things you listen to when you have to guess which one it is, but they are difficult.
I see. Okay. Let's do Disney.
Disney. Oh, it's down here. It's a big box of trivia there. Opening up the Disney. All right. In Maleficent, what does Stefan take from Maleficent? Is that A, her kingdom, B, her magic, C, her wings, or D, her crown?
C, her wings.
C, her rings is correct.
Yes.
Yay! It's an easy one. Normally they're more difficult than the ones we have received. Dave, aka Memory Design, welcome to the trivia. Which category, would you like?
I've got to save Seinfeld until I really need it. So let's try.
It's not easy.
Let's try the 90s.
The 90s. All right. Got some 90s here. All right. Here, these are 90s questions. What is the career of the Sex and the City character Miranda Hobbs? A, a fashion editor, B, a lawyer, or C, a waitress?
I don't think I've ever watched a full episode of that show, unfortunately. So I'm going to guess A.
Okay, so we're going to ask for some help here because it's the
Michael
warm-up
knows,
round. Michael?
No, I've never seen Sex and the City. I actually thought that was a 2000s show. But,
oh wow,
yeah.
So no one knows which one it is.
Nope.
It's not waitress.
It's a fashion editor.
It's not fashion editor.
Lawyer.
We're getting there.
Lawyer is correct.
Got it. All right. This is easy.
All right.
I used to watch with my wife back in the day.
But you didn't know that one?
When she put it on, I kind of like, I don't know if I want to watch this or not.
Hopefully this isn't things to come for me in the future in the show.
All right, Sam. You're up next. Which category would you like?
Because it's practice and it won't count, I'm going to go with Seinfeld because I know it's
All
hard,
right,
but
Seinfeld. All right.
I want to get one.
I don't even know if I can help you with these. These are so difficult.
You can do
It's okay. It might just happen to be one that I just saw. We never
It's a show about nothing, Sam. Come on.
All right. Jerry
Exactly.
has described Naomi's laugh as sounding like this Looney Tunes character sitting on a juicer.
Uh-huh.
Which Looney Tune character was that? Let's start naming the...
I want to say Tweety Bird is my
No,
first.
it's sort of a human.
Sort of a human. Elmer Fudd.
That is correct. I should have been playing the warm-up round like this all the time. This is the first time I'm actually helping people out. Keith, you're next.
I'll go for Seinfeld 2.
Seinfeld 2. That is a new series. Seinfeld 2. All right. Jerry is distressed to hear that not only did Margaret go out with this guy, but worse, he broke up with her.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you repeat that?
Jerry is distressed to hear that not only did Margaret go out with this guy, but worse, he broke up with her. Which guy are we talking about here?
I'd guess George.
It's not George. It's
Kramer.
Someone that's larger than George or Kramer.
Oh.
What's his name?
I can help you.
Oh.
Yeah, go for
Jurassic
it.
Park.
Not Newton, is it? Well, what's his name?
Very close.
That's so close. We know who you're talking about.
Newman.
That's it.
Newman.
Thanks for the assist, buddy. Cheers, Dave.
Perfect. That's the first round. We're going to have a chat with Memory Design. David, how are you doing?
Hey, doing good. How are you?
All right, let's put you in the spotlight. Like, you've been in the spotlight quite a few times lately. You've been you got your own podcast running there, and let's see, you're a host of the live Tuesday show on Retro Synth Records on YouTube, and co-host Warren. Tell me what that is like. All right, let's
Well, it started out originally as an idea that I brought to Dan, where I'm like, I'm interested in learning more about doing live streaming, and I think it'd be cool to have a show that would not only show some of the newer stuff, but also the back catalog of Retro Synth as well. And then Dominic, who is Warren, brought the idea like, hey, would you like to do this as a co-host thing? And since we started that, it has been a whole new super fun experience. And I don't know, I'm friends with him already, so it's easy to just kind of hang out and play stuff. And we're featuring some people that are friends of the label now, as well as new and old stuff from Retro Synth. And it's sort of new. I think we're probably on our 4th or 5th show at this point, but it's really fun. I look forward to it now every week. It's like the highlight of the week.
I have another question about that. I just want a quick question. Is everybody muted? I forgot to ask if everybody could mute their mics except David. Let me see if I can get everybody, because I still hear something. Is everybody muted? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it looks like
all right. So, but what does it feel like? Because you're hosting a show for the first time. You haven't ever hosted a show. Was it scary? Does it feel like it's something you could have done forever? Or
it's funny because when I first started doing this, I'd been on interview shows and everything like that before, and I was like, oh, this is going to be no big deal, right? And so I'm cool as a cucumber going in for the first show. Once I hit that start streaming button, all of a sudden it was like I'm about to be in a car crash. Like my life was ending. I'm like thirstier than I've ever been in my life. I'm like trying to talk. Yeah, I can't talk right. I mean, it's like everything just fell apart the first time. And it was okay. Like people were real cool. I had some friends that came and hung out. And but I wanted to do a thing where you jump in, just kind of both feet right away.
Yeah.
And just whatever happens, because you learn that way, but also as the show goes on, it becomes a funny first episode is what I was thinking. So like this, and I'm being harsher on it than it probably was. If you were to listen back, you'd probably be like, oh yeah, this was a show, but to me, it was just such a shock to me that like my whole life changed when I hit that button. And then when it was done, I felt like I just been in an airplane that maybe was going to crash or something, but we survived. I mean, it was it was a weird, dramatic experience. Now, especially having a co-host on and having done this more and everything like that, now it's very fun and enjoyable, and I don't feel like that at all. But I was not prepared for that.
But do you feel more pressure because there's a lot of preparation that goes into it?
Yeah.
I mean, you're still making music. You have your job. You have your kids.
Yep.
Have you planned like a vacation period for yourself, or are you
not yet? I don't think I'm into it as far yet. Where it's like I've built this up enough where I might have to take some time off for that or something like that. But as far as prep, it does take a lot of prep, and I am hosting the show in the most backwards way possible. I do everything, including playing the songs, visualizers, everything through Winamp.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have different displays through OBS and everything, and I'm using the old Milk Drop VJ setting, so you can like change the visualizer as you're going as you want. And I'm sure there's a better way to do it, but it looks like a NASA command center over here during the kind of like, I'm sure like how yours is. Where like every window is like sized exactly the right way, and then I'm copying out links and stuff like that. And if one thing goes wrong, that's like a category emergency, and like nothing works then. But yeah, all of that is becoming more easy as this goes on, but it's really fun. I can absolutely see why you like doing a show like this. It's very cool, very fun to do.
And we were joking about it. Maya was saying, you have such a great voice, you should do a show. And then eventually you went on to do a show. So that was, I would actually want to splice those two things together, but I think was said backstage. So anyways, I wanted to ask you about your track Storm Chaser. We have this Synthwave compilation that we did for Outrunner. Yeah, tell us more about that, and I'll give that track a play. And then I'll also post a link so people can buy it.
Yeah, when they announced, when Warren or Dominic came up with this idea, and then him and IL9 started working together on kind of getting everybody together and organizing a way for us all to communicate. The idea was, okay, so make a new song or finish a song you're working on, or redo or make a different version of a song that already exists. Just something that is unique for this album, right? And I'm right in the middle of writing my third album. I'm in that stage where there's a lot of skeleton tracks and tracks that are half done, but I know what the rest is going to be and everything like that. So I took that opportunity to finish a song that I was working on that didn't have vocals in it, just an instrumental, so I could do everything myself. And and it was, I wanted to offer something new because the cause was so good to help Outrunner, and I knew that I knew a lot of other people were going to be bringing something brand new. So I really wanted to put something together. And this one was difficult because it had a heavy saxophone part in it. And I love saxophone, and I'm forever searching for a very realistic VST sax. So I wrote the whole sax part on VST, and it just wasn't landing right. Because doing kind of soloing, it sounds worse. Doing long drawn out notes sounds pretty good. So after that whole VST part was done, I sent it off to actually Michael Angelaux's saxophone guy.
Oh,
and he played over. He didn't even mind. It was like, oh, I can turn the MIDI into sheet music for you. And he was like, don't worry about it. And so he just like replayed the part with a real sax, and it came out better than I imagined. So I'm very happy with his results. So thank you, Michael, too, for that.
All right. This is Storm Chaser featuring Rob Anderson by Memory Design. right, that was a cool track by Memory Design featuring Rob Anderson called Storm Chaser. Now it's time for Trivia Round 1.
It's a trivia round 1. Don't be shy. Guess if you're lost, just give it a try.
All right, and now
some church stuff.
Yeah,
man. Take me to church.
Take me to church. All right, round 1 of trivia. Now it's for points. Now it's fight till the death. Help each other or don't help each other. You decide. Dan, Eachus, it's your turn first. Which category would you like?
No, I normally say 80s, but I'm really. If this is out for blood, I'm better with Star Wars. So hit me with the Star Wars.
All right, Star Wars. You want a 1-pointer or a 2-pointer? The 1-pointer's with multiple choice and unlimited time, actually. and the 2-pointer is only the question, and you have to answer within 10 seconds. I'll do a countdown. You have to answer within that 10 seconds.
Let's go for the gusto. Give me the 2-pointer.
The 2-pointer coming up for Star Wars, and I got to take off the glasses. On what planet was the Grand Army of the Republic, also known as the Clone Army, built? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Dang it! I knew
4,
the name, but
3,
no, I don't have it. So.
2, 1. That's hard. Anybody know it?
Camino, probably.
Camino was correct.
That countdown adds extra pressure.
Yeah, that's
intense.
That
makes it hard.
Me. But yeah, it's Camino. Yeah.
All right, Michael Angelo, which category would you like?
80s is a category, right?
Yes. I have a new 80s.
Let's do 80s.
All right,
let's
80s. All right, here we go.
Let's go for it, yeah.
Just got these because everybody asked the 80s question, so I had to get a new one. All right, in 1983, the film Flashdance made of ripped sweatshirts and which other fashion accessory popular?
Is it multiple choice or just answer?
It's just one answer. In the 1983 film Flashdance made ripped sweatshirts and which other fashion accessory popular?
I'm torn between two of them. It's either leg warmers or headbands. I'm going to say leg warmers.
Leg warmers is correct.
Yes.
Yay.
I knew it was one of those two.
Michelangelo. Dave, you're up next. Which category will it be?
Let's see. What are the music categories again?
So the music is it's a difficult category. It's only worth 2 points. You can only do it for 2 points, and it's like a TV theme from.
Yeah, let's try that one.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
trying to get ones that I may not know early on in the show.
All
Let's
right,
make it
trivia
interesting.
TV theme music. All right, here we go. Maybe I should put that on this screen. Here we go. The high pitch. I think that Michelangelo knows this one. Okay, went a bit over 10 seconds there.
I know the theme like the back of my hand. I have no idea what the name of the show is. Sorry, I know that one.
Anybody know it?
Is it from the 90s?
I don't know what it's like.
Because I was gonna get. I know that. Is it Melrose Place?
That is correct.
Oh my god! I was like, I know that theme. I was like, is that a 90s show? It's Melrose Place.
That is correct.
Can you steal points? Can I steal Dave's points?
No, unfortunately, there are no stealing allowed. I've already asked that one now. All right, but it's cool. All right, let's go to Sam. Which category would you like?
I like theme songs.
You like this? The theme songs? Okay.
I love it. It's my favorite category. I'm sad we didn't have it last time. You said you were out.
Well, I'm not out. It's just they're hard ones. So here we go.
Let's do it.
right, need an answer.
That is a great. Wow, I love that theme song. It's so good, but I'm not sure.
Nobody
I'm gonna
knows
guess.
these.
I just have a guess, but I really enjoyed that track.
Yeah.
Tales of the Crypt. Tales from the Crypt.
Anyone else have a guess?
Yes.
I'll let Dan go.
Unsolved Mysteries.
That is correct.
Yeah.
My first thought was reality, though, but I was
that is
most
correct.
wanted.
It had the most coolest synthwave type theme you can imagine, with the cool laser lights coming in and the triangle and everything. Yeah.
Melrose Place is
That show used to scare the hell out of me. When I was a kid.
Scared me. I was a little
My
kid.
mom would like watch it in the dark, and I'm like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
And at the end, the killer's still out there.
Oh my God. That and X-Files was pretty creepy. All right, Keith.
X-Files, yeah.
I'll go for music clips too, please, Daniel.
All right. Oh, this is cool. I'm finally getting these played. Music clips. Here we go.
You know what? I can't even.
Oh
hazard a guess.
That ending is familiar.
Okay, wait.
Go for it,
Let's see if Keith can
Okay.
answer it. Keith, do you know it?
No, I wasn't gonna answer. I was just
Keith?
No, I got nothing.
And Michael, do you have any idea?
No, but the ending sounded familiar. I
Will
have no idea.
and Grace.
Oh, Will
and
yeah.
Grace. I'll play it again.
I never really watched that show. Yeah, that part, that little end
sounds
part
cool, though.
was familiar to me.
All right, if everybody can mute their mics except Michael Angelaux, we're gonna have a little chat.
Oh,
Michael, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Yeah, first of all, I'm gonna ask what's going on in California, man. It's LA's burning up.
Yes. So, it is definitely one of the worst fires we have seen. However, I do think that the media is kind of making it out like the entire city is engulfed in flames and burning. That is not the case. However, it is still a very sad and serious situation. A lot of people have lost their homes. I am not in any of the affected areas. I do have friends that have like relatives who lost homes. So it is very sad. But 95% of the city is still up and running. And, I would say the worst thing is the air quality is really affecting like the entire county. It's really smoky and there's ash. I had to get a car wash this morning because there's just like ash on my car. So,
Did they put out like a warning that you can't go outside in specific times or?
No.
Oh.
I mean, if they did, I didn't hear about it and I probably won't be adhering to it. But, no, I think it's more just kind of a precautionary thing, make sure a lot of people are wearing masks to, cover from the smoke, but I'm good. We're hanging in there, but we have big fires often. This one in particular, I think, burned more like homes and buildings.
Yeah.
Normally it'll be more like in the wilderness areas in the hills.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're hanging in there.
That's good. I'm glad you're not affected. I did some research on you. I listened to a podcast called the Forever 80s Podcast, and something that I heard on that podcast that really resonated with me. You said the reason that so many people of the new generation are getting nostalgic is because they have so much more access to the past, like through Spotify or YouTube or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was a really great observation that I've never heard that perspective before. So I was wondering what have been some unexpected finds that you got nostalgia for.
Oh man, how much time do you have?
Not much. 5 minutes.
So yeah, no, I know. So me being a millennial, I was born in the 80s, so I didn't experience it. So the internet has allowed me to watch, listen to all kinds of things I probably never would have. One big example would be like, those old soap operas that I like to write songs about. Like currently I'm rewatching like Knots Landing and Falcon Crest.
Oh, wow.
I never would have, like, before, if a TV show went off the air, if it came on reruns, you could rewatch it. But if they weren't showing reruns,
have you seen Dallas?
It was just gone. Yeah, I'm actually on season 12 of Dallas, so I'm almost done.
JR, that was a big thing. I
Yeah.
remember that.
He is one of the most diabolical fictional characters in history. I just want to say, but yeah, like things like that, like old TV shows that like before, if a TV show went off the air, if it was super popular, like Seinfeld, for example, they would continue to rerun it. But if it was, moderately popular, it was just gone. There was no DVD seasons. There was no internet. It was just, you just didn't see it anymore.
Yeah.
But now, you can stream a show from 30, 40 years ago. You can pull up that obscure album from 85 that it's kind of the equivalent of digging through crates at a record store, finding vinyl. So yeah, that's how I feel. I feel like that's why people are more nostalgic, because they're able to hold on to their past more so than they used to be able to.
So you were born in the 80s. What age did you start getting into music?
I've loved music since I was in the womb. The old story is my mom says she went to a Phil Collins concert, because my mom is obsessed with Phil Collins. And she said that like because she was pregnant with me, she said I was like in the womb, and I was like, I must have been like,
you were there. I mean, she didn't have to pay for you, but you were there.
I was there, and she actually had a backstage pass, and she met him while she was pregnant with me. Yeah, my middle name is Colin because she loves Phil Collins.
That is cool.
Yeah.
So isn't Michael Angelaux? Is that your full? It sounds like your full name.
Michelangelo is Michelangelo. My real name is Michael, but my real name is not Michelangelo.
Okay.
It's a stage name.
Now I get it. Is it always Michelangelo, or can it also be Michael? Which?
Yeah, my government name is Michael. So if you call me Michael, like we're good. That's my name. So, but yeah, I got into music. I've always been into music. Like I don't ever remember not being into music. So it was, since
day one.
2-3 years old,
yeah.
Since day one.
So singing, playing music as well. What age did you start playing, or not?
I did not. I started singing. Okay, I was like in band and drumline and stuff like that, but I never sang. I was always terrified of singing, so I never wanted to do it. And then the choir teacher at my high school, she kind of like she had been hearing about me, like, oh, this kid, he can sing and he can dance, but I didn't want to be in choir because I'm like, listen, like these kids already want to jump me. If I join choir, like it's over, But she would be like, why aren't you in choir? I hear that you're a great singer, and I'm like, no. So finally, my junior year, I auditioned for choir because I wanted to get out of PE, because you could get out of PE. So I auditioned for choir. And she was the very first person that ever told me, she was like, you have a great voice. Why aren't you a singer?
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know. So that was kind of the spark.
Who told her that you could sing? Was it your mom?
Just friends of mine. Because when you're in drumline and band, I was also in drama. So like those kind of kids, there's an overlap. So like the choir kids hung out with the drama kid. So people knew, because I used to be a dancer also. So people knew that I could dance and I could sing. So I was kind of known. So they would tell her, they'd be like, hey, like you should try and get him in choir because he's really good. Because they always need more boys. Boys never want to do it, And I was one of those. I was one of those boys. I was like, no, I don't want to be in choir. That's so nerdy, But so yeah, she would corner me. She'd be like, why aren't you in show choir? And I'm like, no, man, like.
I'm enjoying your story, man. It's very recognizable. It happened to me as well. Elementary school choir. That's how I got started with singing. I loved hearing that relatable part. Then you continued, and what got you into synthwave?
So I want to say the very first time I discovered synthwave, I was living in Reno, Nevada, because I went to college there, and mind you, I had already been obsessed with the 80s up to that point. So I discovered those bands. They're like those French bands. What is there was like a collective, the Valerie Collective, I think it was called. And it was like college and what was that other band? There were like a bunch of different like French artists. And that was kind of my earliest introduction to like modern retro music, I guess. And I was like, oh my God, this is amazing.
That's a great start as well.
Yeah. So I started trying to make instrumentals. That was kind of, I was like, oh, let me make some I think they were like, the ideas were good, but I'm just not like a producer type to make it like amazing. And so
what VST are you using? FL Studio?
I'm sorry?
FL Studio? Which DAW are you
I was using FL Studio at that time, yeah. So yeah, I started making instrumentals, and I was like, no, I don't know. And then I kind of went off to the left, and then I started like getting into like electro clash and rapping and all this stuff. So I kind of went away from it for a long time, and then I circled back in like.
But before you circle back, because I like rap as well back in the day. What bands what bands were you listening to, or groups?
In terms of rap music?
Yeah.
Let me see. Okay, so do you know MIA, the female rapper, Sri Lankan female rapper?
Nope.
She got in trouble. She got in trouble for performing with Madonna at the Super Bowl, and she flipped off the camera.
Oh,
you don't remember that? No. You never heard of MIA? Okay, well, MIA
probably.
was like
if I hear the track, probably.
She's like a more alternative electronic rapper. I was really into her. Have you Odd Future, like with Tyler the Creator and like all those people? Let me see, who else was I really into? Oh, do you know Vince? Well, I guess that's Odd Future. Vince Staples.
I was more like Public Enemy and NWA.
Well, you want to go back? Okay, if you want to go back there, Big Daddy Kane, Public Enemy, KRS-One, Boogie Down Productions. Like we could go there.
I mean, rap after that wasn't rap for me anymore. So then I progressed to.
No, okay, sorry. At the time I was rapping, those were the rappers I was listening to. But if you want to talk about just general rap that I love, like Rockbox by Run DMC is like one of my all-time favorite songs of all time. So, yeah.
So then rapping, and then you eventually started. I'm gonna try to sing to this music.
No, I wasn't rapping to 80s music. I was just like, it was like trap music, but. It was just like one of those things where I was like, this is not really me. Like I enjoy it. It's fun, but it's really saturated. Every black guy in America is a rapper and has a mixtape. I was like, let me just, do something else. The 80s is much more my vibe anyway.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me do this. So maybe like early 2020, I was in a band that was like a post-punk synth pop band. Didn't go too well. So I was like, I'm just going to go solo. And that's what I did.
And then you met Retro Synth Records. How did that happen?
So that happened because of Dave over here, the big Mr. Big Shot Dave. He. So I think the way it happened is one of Dave's ads for Company Man came across on my Instagram completely randomly. Like I had no connection to him before this. So ads pop up all the time. And, I like a lot of them, but I'm not going to like take the time to look into it. But for some reason, the song that he had in his ad, there was something about it that had like a different vibe. And I was like, oh, this is really cool. I'm going to check this guy out. So I listened to his whole EP and I realized he was sampling television commercials.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, anybody who knows me knows like that's TV and me, like, retro TV, I'm there. So I hit him up. I was just like, let me hit this guy up and see if he'd be down to work together. And he not only was he down, he would like come to me. He's like, hey, I'm on this record label, and do you mind if I pitch your EP to the president of the label? And I'm like, if you want, like, I'm not gonna tell you no. He's like, yeah, let me talk to him. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Oh, but we had already done the remix at that point, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, he remixed one of my songs, and that was when he was like, hey, can I pitch your EP? And I'm like, sure. So then I wasn't really expecting to hear anything, and then he was like, yeah, so I pitched your EP, and Dan loves your EP. He thinks it's amazing. And I'm like, really? And he was like, yeah. He was like, I gotta talk to this guy, blah blah blah. And I was like, really? Okay, hey, all right. So he introduced me to Dan, and then me and Dan talked on the phone. And Dan was like, you're great. I love what you do. And I'm like, wow, okay. Like, because, I didn't go into it's not like I went into it like, oh yeah, I'm this like super amazing, great singer. I was just doing it, just try it out. But I'm grateful that, it was received so well. But yeah, so I talked to Dan and I was like, let's do it.
Awesome. Awesome. I want to play your track, Dance in the Rain. I know there's more to the story, but we got to get to the song, Dance in the Rain by Angelaux. Tell me a bit about it and I'll give it a play.
Dance in the Rain is a dance track about overcoming adversity, basically. It's a metaphor for even when life rains down on you, you dance anyway, because that's who I am.
All right. This is Dance in the Rain by Angelaux. Here we go.
Princess is due to hold a press conference today to address the allegations being made against her lover, pop star Michael Angelaux, who's been accused by her family of inappropriate conduct. The press conference is set to be held at 3 p.m. Central European Time. This story and more tonight at 11.
Truth prevails. Truth gives peace. Your web of tales, a disgrace. A lie just keeps on growing and growing until it's as plain as the nose on your face. Dance in the rain, dance in the rain. Let it wash over you, drown in the pain. Dance in the rain, dance in the rain. Won't give up on you, don't circle the drain. Dance in the rain, dance in the rain. Neon exposure won't cover the stain. Dance in the rain, dance in the rain. What have they done to you? You'll be
All right, that was Dance in the Rain by Michael Angelaux, and a shout out to Pashong from South Korea. He'll also be my main guest next show, and also see Pac-Man from Australia, both middle of the night. I don't know what they're doing on this show, but grateful to have them here. But for us, it is time for Trivia Round 2. I am stalling because I need the Trivia Round 2 intro. Here we go, Trivia Round 2, here we go.
It's time for Trivia Round 2.
All right, and we're back, and we're going to start, as always, with Dan for round 2. Which category would you like?
Oh man, you know what? Let me give myself a shot at the soundtrack thing, man. Everyone
All right.
else has done the soundtrack. Give me a soundtrack.
Soundtrack coming right up. Trivia theme music. Hard, worth 2 points. I only think, let me look back real quick. We only got Michael Angelaux that got it correct last time, so that's 2 points for Michael Angelaux.
Yeah, Michelangelo. What, man?
And here we go. Oh, we did not get the Will and Grace. That was asked. Here we go. Yeah, and so it continues.
I sort of know it, but I don't know if I'm right on the show. I recognize the tune. I'm going to guess Matlock.
That is correct.
Yes. Yes.
Matlock, 2 points for Dan Eachus. Eachus.
Right.
Sorry, I can't get
It
that in
doesn't
there.
matter. Both ways are the same way.
No, we're going to say it
if
the
you're-
right way.
If you're in New Jersey, where I live, and my other family members, it's Eachus.
Ah.
If you're in the rest of the country or from England, where we're from, it's Eachus.
Eachus.
So,
Eachus.
Eachus is fine.
Eachus.
Eachus is fine. It
We're
doesn't-
going for Eachus. All right, Michael Angelaux, you're up next. Which category would you like?
You know what? Everyone else has done the music clips, so I'll do the TV soundtrack.
The same thing.
One.
All right.
Yeah, the same thing. Yeah.
Let's go. Here we go. Here we go. I think Dan knows this one. And Michael looks like he has no clue. Michael,
Yeah, I don't
what
know
do you
this
think?
one.
Can Dan answer for you?
One of my
Do it.
favorite shows of all time, the Ren and Stimpy show.
That is correct.
Wait, that's Ren and Stimpy?
That is Ren and Stimpy.
I used to watch Ren and Stimpy. How did I not know that? I'm going home. I'm going home.
If you watch it on Netflix, you skip the intros. Maybe that's the problem.
Mr.
No, I
Hart,
didn't
how do you
know. I
feel
watched
about
it.
that?
Okay, I'm not that young. I watched it on
No, sir, I didn't like it.
All right, Dave, which category would you like?
How many rounds are there? 3?
This is the
4?
second round of 3.
Of 3. Okay. Let's see. Let's do 80s.
80s. That's 1 point. That's the 80s box. Let's go. 80s, 80s,
Looking
80s.
like the goal is to get on the board. This
Which
show.
Oscar-winning film sees Tom Cruise and Dustin Hoffman star as brothers?
Oh, Rain Man?
Hey.
On the board. On the board. Sam, you're up next. Which category would you like?
Did Dave just get 2 points?
Nope.
For that?
1.
Oh, someone. Oh man. If I pick 80s, is it also gonna be easy?
Yes. Well, it'll be 1 point. I can't
Oh.
guarantee it's easy.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I mean, let's do 80s.
80s.
Give it a shot.
My new 80s cards. I love them. Maverick, Goose, and Iceman are characters in which iconic 80s movie?
Tough one.
Right.
Is it perhaps Top Gun?
It perhaps is. Top Gun is correct.
How did you get that?
Yeah.
People wearing the
Amazing.
sunglasses.
It
in
was
chat.
he had me at Maverick.
All right, everybody's on the board. Keith, it's up to you to get on the board. Which category would you like?
If that's the level for the 80s, I'm going to go for the 80s.
I hope for you it stays that level. Let's go. Mel Gibson and Danny Glover play cops in which 1987 action movie?
Ooh, could it be Lethal Weapon?
That could be correct. That is correct.
Yeah, these 80s cards
These
are great.
are. These are going to be
I know my
popular.
next category.
Yeah.
All right. That was trivia round 2. We're going to have a chat with Dreampocket. If everybody could mute their mics, then we're going to talk to Sam. I'm going to give Sam the spot. Sam, how you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
I am great. Sam, last show was the Halloween show where you were dressed as the Joker. It really felt like you felt the vibes of him and probably continued to be him for the next week after that. Have you seen Joker 2 with Lady Gaga, and what did you think of it?
I think that I've been scared to watch it, and I haven't because I, for some reason, believe people when they tell me, if you like the first one, don't watch this.
Yeah.
Unless you have nothing else to watch. So, for that reason, I'm putting it off.
How often have you seen that first one?
Quite a few times. Saw it in theaters. Watched it at home right before your show, and then a couple times in between. But that wasn't my first time being a Joker for a Halloween event, so it's my go-to basically.
What other time were you as a Joker?
Oh, IRL Halloween parties.
Yeah, cool,
That's
cool,
about
cool.
it.
So you were working on a new EP. Outrunner was part of that process. Would you like to tell us more about that?
About working with Outrunner?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it was before his accident. I'm assuming.
Oh yeah. I first came into contact with Outrunner a year ago. Right around the same time I first started talking to Dan. And it was all through Submit Hub actually. So I had submitted my new song, I think. I just re-released Moonsmoke actually for a 5-year anniversary. So I was sending that out again, following the Christmas Island Depeche Mode cover promo, which Dan also picked up. But Outrunner really liked it and sent me a really lovely message when he put it on his playlist. And I said, well, if you like that, check out this other stuff. And I started listening to his stuff, which is just spectacular, pristine. So yeah, we just started chatting it up and talking, and I was working on this track that had more of a cinematic feel. I wanted to have almost maybe an AOR feel, just some live sounding drums, kind of mixing the rock and the synthwave, sort of like Andre was already doing. So I went to him for the guitars, and he just did it beautifully. And he sent me one example. I said, all right, let's switch it up this way, turn it up a notch. And he sent me back a second one, and it was perfect. But it turned out really well with the double kicks and splashy snares and stuff. It was a lot of fun. He's a pleasure to work with.
And we had a listening party a few days ago. I think it was 2 days ago. What did you think of that?
That was massive. I can't believe that I get to be a part of this thing, and it's awful that it follows such a tragedy from Andre. I couldn't believe it when I heard what happened to him. I'm so glad that we were able to get together and hopefully put a chunk in his medical bills.
Yeah.
But that listening party was off the rails, man. I was at work just kind of hanging out there the whole time. Every track was so good. We were like in the 50s, and I'm still just hearing like, oh man, this is like my new favorite song by Ran, like Pashang, and all these people just freaking killing it. Memory Design. Just too many people to name.
Yeah, there are so many people. It's
of course,
amazing project that we did. I was wondering, who were some of your favorite bands growing up?
Growing up, the Bee Gees, definitely. They were kind of my shift into pop and dance pop and kind of like whatever else my parents weren't listening to. They listened to a lot of James Taylor and John Denver and Jim Croce type stuff, which is great. It influenced a whole like folk saga for me. I did folk music for like 10 years before this, but also really liked the Beach Boys. But I was a big like Elvis fanboy when I was a kid. Man, I had every Elvis CD I could get my hand on. I've got like collector Elvis plates and Elvis records. My first record was an Elvis Christmas record I got at a yard sale for 50 cents. Still the best one.
And do you listen? Do you have Spotify as well, or do you just listen to the CDs?
Oh no, I have Spotify now, but I still have just a crap load of CDs in my cabinet.
Are there any Elvis songs that aren't on Spotify?
Ooh, I don't know.
You haven't encountered that yet?
There's
sometimes
the catalog is ridiculous.
Yeah, but there's
And
still
there's
sometimes
alternate
missing.
takes and demo takes out there that were on some like crazy time life compilations in the 90s. I used to call and order, like I ordered a Elvis country compilation from the 1-800 number when I was 8 years old, and that was my first CD.
Did your parents allow you to do that? Did they like say this is your money, you worked for it, or did you get allowance, or how did you get the money?
I had to ask them. I had to beg them for it. Yeah.
But you made the call. They said if you make the call, then we'll get it.
Yeah, they let me make the call.
Wow.
It was a thrill. Yeah.
Wow. Who was your first celebrity crush?
Ooh. I'm gonna think back. I probably can't recall immediately right now, but I definitely remember as a kid just going around saying, "Oh, that Celine Dion is so pretty." I really like Celine Dion, and so yeah.
The question I also want to ask is how you got connected with Retro Synth Records and what your version of that story was.
Well, like I mentioned earlier, there was like an initial connection through Submit Hub, where I submitted a song to a bunch of people, and Dan was one of the approvals, and I heard it on his one of his streams, one of his many awesome streams. So I sent him another one, and then he approved that, and I thought it was really cool that he wasn't only taking new stuff. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna send him the best of my catalog, and eventually it was like he's playing the song on his Friday show, and he was talking about the song. There's an episode where he was on with his bandmate Christopher J. Payne, and he played a Moonsmoke and said, "What do you think of that?" And CJP said, "Oh, that was great." And I was like, "What's happening right now?" So he said, you know, "I want to work with you. Let's do something." I said, "All right, cool. Let's do it." And this is right when I met Dave. Actually, I heard his
But how
song
did you
"Got
meet
Your
Dave?
Back"
How
on
did you meet
Dan's
Dave
show.
then? Through
I heard his song on Dan's show and thought this is the coolest song I've ever heard, and I shared it to my Song of the Day story on Instagram, which you're familiar with. And,
Instagram, yeah.
and he immediately responded. Some artists are just like, "Hey, thanks for the support."
Yeah.
All this cool stuff. Dave responded by listening to my music, sharing my song, buying Moonsmoke on Bandcamp, and just basically being the raddest dude out there. And I met Warren and Michael through him. So I mean, there's a long story there, but
and then you eventually you have a new track out called Detect. Tell us about that, and I'll give it a play. It's a video, by the way, so I'll play the video.
When I signed with RetroSynth, I decided I need a synthesizer because I've been using my Yamaha DGX keyboard, which is awesome. It has so many great sounds on it, but I wanted to be more versatile. So I kind of upped my gear a little bit. First thing I got was a Roland JDXi because it's one that I use on a lot of my other songs already, like Landing Zone, Roller Coaster, pretty much everything in the past. I used a Studio JDXi. So I got it, started playing with it, immediately said, oh, I want to play with this vocoder. So I set a BPM and just started recording some lyrics I was making up on the spot. I thought, oh, this feels spacey and melancholic. And I'm just like, there's a feeling of sort of like desperation, the emotion of this. And how can I figure out how to do a key hold to just hit the chords, sing the line, and keep going to make a great melody with vocoder. And that's how Detect started. It was just kind of making up, I guess, kind of what was on my mind at the time. And then I built the music around that. So all the music in this song comes from the same synthesizer. And that's it. Yeah. And it's a very special song to me. It might be my favorite Dreampocket song, actually.
And then you also had a launch party, which I was part of, which I enjoyed a lot. Everybody was there. Karin, Julian was there. I'm assuming you blasted it to everybody that they should come and watch, or did they just see it? Or
my buddy MK Khan messaged me on Instagram and said, "Hey, you gonna do a listening party for this or what?" I was like, I don't know. It's a single. Do people do that? He said, I don't know. So yeah, I announced the listening party, and Karin got wind of it pretty quick, and she shared it, and it was a great turnout, and it was really fun. I'm really grateful for everybody for showing up. People I never met showed up and bought it, and
it was a great response. It was a great response. This is Detect by Dreampocket. Let's go.
So that you
All right, that was Detect by Dreampocket. And before we start with the third round of trivia, we're going to have a little chat with Keith Atherton. If everybody can mute their mics except Keith. Just 1 minute. Let me unmute everybody here. And then we go to here. And then we go to the layout change. Keith, if you could say hi real quick. Let's see if I can hear you.
Hi real quick.
Hi real quick. How you doing, Keith?
I'm doing great, Daniel. How are you?
I am marvelous. First of all, let me thank you for supporting the show via Patreon. You've been a member for 3 years now, and I always appreciate that Christmas bonus I get. It really helps the show getting more promotion and helping it grow. I also read you had a new job soon, so congrats on that. Maybe you can tell a bit more about that.
Yeah, thanks, Daniel. Yeah, I started this week. I'm an IT consultant. I guess that's the short version of what I do. I sometimes speak at conferences and do crazy tech community things as well. So I launched a new tech user group this week. So yeah, all going well this week. A very busy start to the year, but I'm loving it.
Amazing. And you do a request each month. This month has been LeBrock with a Star featuring McRocklin. Does this track have any extra meaning to you, or did you just really like it? Or
Yeah, you know what? I've been a big fan of LeBrock for a long time. I think I maybe put a few requests in for LeBrock already, but also McRocklin. We were talking about guitars before we hit record. I used to teach guitar when I was younger. I've been in a few bands. I love music. I love guitar music. And McRocklin, he's just one of the best. Outstanding. So it's a great track. It combines great guitar playing as well with LeBrock, and they're awesome vocals. So yeah, it's a great track.
All right, so this is Star featuring McRocklin by LeBrock. Here we go. Oh yeah, that was "You're a Star" featuring McRocklin by LeBrock. We got a quick question for Dan Eachus. I hope it's quick. All right, Dan,
it's never quick.
Dan, I asked everybody, or almost a few people, how they connected with Retro Synth Records. What is something you look for when adding a new artist to the label?
Well, I look for, number one, the sound. It has to be electronically based. All right. We grow way beyond synthwave now, so we're doing all forms of electronic music. So it has to be electronically based. That's number one. Mm-hmm. So it can't just be, acoustic guitar. I'm sorry, that doesn't really qualify. But retro would be great. If it is retro inspired or retro synth or synthwave, whatever, that's fine too. Most of our foothold is in that. And the other thing is we would like to have the artists that are willing to work as hard as we're willing to work, so kind of shy away from artists that say, hey, I don't want to do anything to help myself. Just here's my music and do with it. We like to be a collaborative effort with the musicians. But I mean, those ones that do just want us to do 100% of everything, we will work with those artists. However, it's really best when it's a collaborative effort.
Yeah.
For
Awesome.
sure.
Thanks so much, man. We're going to play the final round of trivia. Here we go.
Yes.
Final round, we're almost there. Triple points, we're in the air. Rain and smile, we wear the crown. Ready, set, it's going down.
Yes, the final round. I have to take the glass off because I can't read the questions otherwise. Final round of trivia, and we're going to start with Dan. Dan, which category would you like?
Oh, you know what? Let's go with, I think I did pretty good with the soundtrack one, but I think I want to go back to Star Wars. So
Star
hit me with
Wars.
Star Wars.
One pointer or 2-pointer?
Yeah, let's go with the 2-pointer.
2-pointer, Star Wars, 10 seconds. Before Kaz and Team Fireball drained the Colossus, making it space-worthy again, on which planet was it based? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
Naboo.
5, 4,
That's what I'm going to say, Naboo.
3,
Hoth.
2,
No idea.
1.
Alderaan.
The correct answer was Castellon.
What was that from? Was that from Rebels?
I have no idea.
Probably from Rebels. The only thing I didn't watch in Star Wars was Rebels.
Michelangelo, which category would you like?
Can I do an 80s 2-pointer? Is that a thing?
Nope, it's not a thing. Only 1-pointer.
Okay, then we'll do an 80s 1-pointer.
80s 1-pointer. Jeez, these are... These seem very easy. In which film did Bruce Willis star as New York cop John McClane?
Oh my God. I just watched this movie too. Could it be Die Hard?
It could be. That is correct. Die Hard is correct. That's a 1-pointer.
Is it a Christmas movie?
Absolutely.
Yes.
And so is Die Hard too.
Right.
Dave,
Don't tell Bruce
a.k.a. Memory Design, which category would you like?
Let's do Seinfeld.
Seinfeld. All right.
See the bit for last.
The bit for last. Let's see. Jerry tells Sharon, the NYU reporter who outed him, that she reminds him of this comic book gal.
Oh my God. Lois Lane?
How can you know these things? That was correct.
I was going to guess Wonder Woman.
That was awesome.
Sam, a.k.a. Dreampocket, which category would you like?
Oh man, let's do the theme music.
Theme music.
Theme music.
All right.
I know your theme music is stuck in my head. The one that sometimes you play it is time for trivia round 3. Tell Daniel which question you'd like to see.
Okay, wait. So we'll play that. Here we go. It's waiting. Why is it not running? It's coming. It's coming.
It's time for trivia round 3.
Tell Daniel what question you would like to see.
That is trivia
Catch
round
me
3.
at work singing that out loud. Not even thinking about it.
So catchy.
All right. So you still want to do the music theme things?
Yes, please.
All right. Here we go.
little trouble hearing it.
Yeah.
But I will say that I don't recognize it either way.
Oh,
gosh. I'm the only one here who doesn't know.
Does anybody know it?
I do.
Yeah. What is it?
Survivor.
That is correct.
That's what I was thinking, and I was like, no, it's not Survivor.
Yeah.
Survivor. Keith, you're the final one. Which category would you like?
I'll go for 80s again, please, Daniel.
80s. 80s. Woo, these are easy.
Perfect.
What car do Marty McFly and Doc Brown use to travel Back to the Future?
This is a tough one.
See, it's not a Skoda. It's not BMW. Is it a DeLorean, Daniel?
That is correct.
Hey!
How did you guess that?
That's obscure,
guess,
man.
guys.
Did you watch the behind the scenes documentary?
Right.
I just Googled it.
He's got Google up.
He's cheating the whole time.
Right. Let's see. We got the trivia intros here. We have a winner, and the winner is Michael Angelaux with 3 points.
Oh, you're amazing. You're one of a kind. A masterpiece in every sense defined. With your grace and charm, you steal the show.
I would
Right
just like
here
to
on
thank,
Heartbeat.
I would just like to thank
Hero
all the people I
Radio.
would step on.
You're a winner. You're definitely not a beginner. You're a winner. And you get a
Turn on a skull. That's a good
There you go. And now I'm going to enlarge the screen for Michael Angelaux, and then he can announce his speech while I hold this up here. Let's see. Okay, let's put Michael there. All right, Michael, say something.
Well, I just want to thank all the people that I had to step on to get this award, and just to be nominated is an honor. And I would like to thank God and my parents, and yeah, thank you. You like me. You really like me.
Awesome.
I'm so
glad Michael won.
That's why I'm a singer and not an actress.
All right. So that was the winner's speech. Before we say goodbye, I want to know from everybody here what their word is for 2025. Now, it can be growth or happiness or rest or music. Let's start with Dan. What is your word for 2025?
Success.
Success. Can you say that one more time, because you weren't in the camera?
Success.
And you have to now say it twice so I can edit it. Otherwise.
Success.
Awesome. All right, and then we go to Sam.
My word is ooh-wee.
Okay, now you'll have to explain that one, because success I can understand, but ooh-wee?
The future is uncertain.
Can I repeat that?
That covers it. It can be excitement. It can be satisfaction. It could also be fear of the unknown, but we'll remove fear from the factor and just say, ooh-wee.
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 All right, Dave, you're up next. What's your word for 2025?
Wait, was it me you said, Dave?
Dave.
Okay, yeah, I would say completion, like finish things that you've started and get stuff done. And that can apply to music or goals in life, anything.
All right, cool. Michael.
Perseverance.
All right. Before you say, you have to say something before you say the word, because otherwise you won't be on the screen.
My word for 2025 is perseverance.
Amazing. And Keith.
My word for 2025 would be balance.
Nice one. All right, it's time to say goodbye to everybody. I have fortune cookie messages for everybody here. We're gonna start with. I pressed something, and now everything's gone. So wait, I gotta find my my bearings here. Winner speech, we did that already. All right, the fortune cookie messages. Let's go to the website. There we go, redirecting you. Taking a while. All right, there we go. Michael, would you like me to read your fortune cookie message?
Sure.
All right. Virtuous Virtuous find joy while wrongdoers find grief in their actions.
Oh my God, I needed to hear that. Thank you. That is very applicable.
Okay, cool. Michael, what are you grateful for, and what would you like to promote?
I am grateful for Retro Synth Records for all of their support. I'm grateful for music in general, and I would like to promote. I have a new EP that will be coming out hopefully February 21st. I need to talk to you, Dan, about that, by the way. But yes, hopefully February 21st is the goal. It's looking like it'll meet that deadline. But yes, it will be 4 songs with an intro and an outro. It's a story, so there's a theme. There's a story and a concept around it. So I hope you guys enjoy it. But yeah, it's coming very soon. So
Michael, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Sam, would you like me to read your fortune cookie?
Yes, sir. I've got one for you too.
Ooh, you go first then.
Okay. Remember when Kevin Crunch was on with us, he said, "Oh, I got to read your fortune for you." So I thought that was a good idea. I'm going to generate it right now.
All right.
Let's see. It says,
generate it.
The road to riches is paved with homework.
Ooh, I hate homework. My kids hate homework.
What a terrible fortune.
Yeah, like who wrote that?
I'm willing.
I'll tell you, it was fortunecookie generator.com.
I'm willing to do the homework if it gives me what I want. So, all right, for you, Sam, help is always needed, but not always appreciated. Stay true to your heart and help those in need, whether they appreciate it or not.
Thank you very much. As your fortune to me is always just so on point. So thank you. I
Right?
needed to hear that today.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
All right, Sam, what are you grateful for, and what would you like to promote?
Oh man, as always, I'm grateful for the synth community. We've talked about how we were in and out of a bunch of genres. You guys know there's no other community like it. So that's cool. I'm grateful for my family, their health, my health. This awesome snowstorm we just got. It wasn't dangerous, but very beautiful. And it's nice to be at home and hanging out with you guys. Daniel, thank you so much for having me on again, man. This is great. I want you to go check out Outrun the Sun on Bandcamp to support our brother Andre. And, maybe while you're there, check out track 52, which features Andre playing some guitars on one of my tracks, which was an honor, and a ton of other great music. I can't iterate enough. It's really good stuff. So, and it's good cause. Go help the guy out. Enjoy the music.
All right, Sam, thank you for coming on the show. David, would you like me to read your fortune cookie message?
Absolutely.
All right. Your ability for accomplishment will be followed by success.
Ooh.
It's probably
I'll take that one.
To do with the finishing stuff and stuff like that.
Yeah, there you go. See? It's all coming together now. All thanks to you.
Dave, what are you grateful for, and what would you like to promote?
So Sam really hit the point on the Synthwave community and everything, so I don't have to repeat that. But just seeing the outpouring of support for this Outrunner album was really touching. And I've seen some comments he's made in group chats about how it's made him feel. And that made me want to push even harder to promote this and get it going for him. So I don't have to go on a big tangent about how great this community is, but it really is. I'm grateful for my family, my wife and daughter, and also for my parents, who are amazing people, and they're watching right now, I believe. I feel really grateful to Dan and RetroSynth, honestly. I got on in, when was it? Summertime, I believe, last year.
Yeah.
And it has been a wildly positive experience for me. And not only meeting people and working with people, but just all around. I feel very grateful. So Dan, thank you for that. And appreciate everything you guys do.
It's an honor.
Was there a promo in there somewhere?
Yeah, sorry. I'll cut the part where I just talk about you and how much I'm grateful for HeartBeatHero Radio. So let me cut that whole section of that speech off. No, so I'll announce this here for the first time. through RetroSynth Records, we are releasing an anniversary edition of my first EP, Company Man, with all the tracks remastered, and then 4 remixes by Pashong, Warren and Shred Kruger, one by Neutron Dreams, and Bending Grid did the other one, which you've played that remix already. And that is coming out, Dan, do you remember the 24th, is it? End of the month anyways. And that it'll be available on digital download, but also a very limited 20 copy record version as well.
Yeah, 24th. You are correct.
So very excited about that. It sounds even better than before, and it's exciting to release my first record.
Yeah, I have the masters back. They're sounding great.
Awesome. Yes,
I'll be getting one.
David, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
And then Dan, you're up next. Which would you like me to read your fortune cookie?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
An unexpected relationship will become permanent.
Interesting. Very interesting. That kind of speaks volumes. Of course, doing what I do, I have a lot of relationships. Yeah, that's what doing what I do is all about. It's all about relationships. So, and this one relationship that I've been kind of fostering with another label owner, it's been a wild ride. That's all I can say about that. It's been amazing. So
cool. What are you grateful for, and what would you like to promote?
So, number one, grateful for my wife, my kids, but the people that are in this chat, the whole team behind RetroSynth Records, including Dreampocket, Memory Design, Warren, Luna Coverdale, Eric C. Powell. Then you also have our friends and family over at Retro Reverb Records. They've been, Cole and his team have been amazing. And now we're forming new relationships with Rosa Corsa Collective or Rosa Corsa Records. We also have Philo FX Records and Eric C. Powell's Emotive Records. So we are all working together to drive this thing. And I couldn't have been more generous, and they've been generous to me. So I'm extremely grateful for all of their friendships and working with me. Jeff from Laser Steel Records, that got me kicked off in all this. Scott Forte for bringing me on board RetroSynth when I was an artist in the very, very beginning and working with me. And then I slowly worked my way up, and now I run the whole label. So very, very thankful for him for taking a chance on me, because he never heard of Neutron Dreams back then. And he said, you know what, you got a good sound. And then he figured out what I do for a living. He's like, I think you'll be good working to help me grow this thing. And here we are. This is now 2025, going from 15 artists to 150 plus artists. Wow. And we grow each and every week. So it's been amazing, absolutely amazing. So, but I'm grateful for my entire team. It would not happen at all if it wasn't for my team.
Promo?
Yeah, so promo, definitely catch out the Outrun the Sun compilation that is going to our artist, Outrunner, because it's for a good cause. For this year, Neutron Dreams will have a new album out, so we're working on that, Chris and I. That'll undetermined as of yet when that'll be. But as far as the next few months, stay tuned to RetroSynth, because there's so many things going behind the scenes that I can't speak about publicly. But if you think we're on fire now, in the next few months, it's like a napalm that's going to be going off. There's going to be so much coming from us, and we're going to be making a lot of surprises of some big names that you would never have thought. But they're going to be with us and growing into the future. We're going to take Synthwave into a whole new direction. So hopefully you're all around for our big wild ride.
Awesome, Dan. Thank you for coming on the show.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Keith, would you like me to read your fortune cookie message?
Yes, please.
Here we go. You can make your own happiness.
Thank you. I'll take it. Great.
Keith, what are you grateful for, and what would you like to promote?
Well, I'm grateful for your show, Daniel. Thanks for keeping it going. It takes a lot of work. I appreciate things like a podcast as well. I run one myself. I know it's a lot of work. You've got a lot of great guests on. It's great to meet you guys today as well. So I'm very grateful for that. And just the Synthwave community, it's already been covered by Sam really well, but I just love being part of it, even though I'm supporting and not actually putting out music myself at the moment. So yeah, if I was going to promote something, I'd say keep supporting Daniel's show. I love it.
But wait, you have a podcast?
Yeah, I've got a tech podcast called On Air in the Cloud.
This is the first I'm hearing of it.
Yeah.
Why are you not promoting that?
Oh, well, it's not really part of the synthwave scene, but yeah, if anyone wants to hear about tech, we always interview people who use technology in interesting ways. Just to hear. I actually spoke with someone recently who's bigger than the Lego scene, someone who works in Azure, Microsoft technologies. So yeah, if anyone's interested, it's called On Air in the Cloud.
On Air in the Cloud. If you,
I'm checking that out.
If you can you post a link in the chat on the Twitch chat?
I'll do it just now.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of technical people here. They all love that stuff. Keith, thank you so much for coming on the show.
You can see behind me, I use technology in very neat ways.
Very advanced. It's like a flux capacitor back there.
Yeah.
I love it.
All right. Anybody wants to join us behind the scenes, they can. I'm going to throw everybody out of this chat and start a new one. And then we'll also add people from online into the chat. Let's see, 11. So I'm gonna close this one. There's you guys. Everybody's gonna get a new link. Okay.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So that one is closed. Let's start a new one. Google Meets. New one. Alrighty then, and then we'll pop that in the chat so people in the chat will even be there. And then we'll go to Instagram, and then we'll go to Dan because he doesn't use Instagram that much. And then slowly everybody will trickle into the behind the scenes. Yep. We got two people, Michael. All right, there we go. Oh, Maya's joining in. We got Maya's live here. You are live on the show, Maya. How you doing?
I can barely hear you guys. I'm out at the bowling alley, but I wanted to jump in and send you my love.
Awesome.
Hi.
Hey, I'm bowling.
She's bowling.
My camera.
And we got Brandon McCool. Welcome. You're live on the show.
Hey, Brandon.
Wow,
Maya. Hi, Maya.
I can barely hear you guys. I'm in the bowling alley, see?
We got Russell Nash. Russell Nash in the live chat. How you doing, Russell?
What's up?
Russell, you're live on the show. How you doing?
I'm going to jump back in a little bit. I just wanted to say hi.
All right, bye, Maya.
Okay, have fun. Bowl a strike.
All right. While everybody joins in the chat, I'm going to play a pre-recorded show, and you can all join in behind the scenes. All right, here's a pre-recorded show part 2. Here we go. Welcome back to the pre-recorded show. This is Wish You Well by Ollie Ride.
Empty words won't make amends.
That was Wish You Well by Ollie Ride. Up next is Phoenix Rising featuring Hot Heels by Chelsea Owen.
Just want you to do what you do. Let's have this
That was Phoenix Rising featuring Hot Heels by Chelsea Owen. Up next, by The Artificial Dance Party, this is Jar Jar.
This is very, very bad. Excuse me. It's embarrassing. Looky, Senator. He's a Jedi.
That was Jar Jar by The Artificial Dance Party. Up next, a worldwide premiere set for release the 14th of January. This is Abandonware by Ferris Malek. That was Abandonware by Ferris Malek. And now, back to the show. And we're back, and they're having a lot of fun backstage. They can't hear them, though. We'll just put these nice palm trees here. We're going to play the last track of the night. This is When I Was Just a Kid, featuring Daniel Barton, that's myself, by HeartBeatHero. It's available on SoundCloud.
Kick the football goal. I give it my all, I give it my soul. Listen to the radio, we gathered around. Awesome music making that sound. Jump in the pool, we slip and slide. Hat pulled back on my BMX ride. Sun setting down, got the wind in my face. Bobbing my head to the sound of the bass. Oh, I love thinking all about it. When I was just a kid. When I was just a kid. No responsibility, yeah. When I was just a kid, when I was just a kid. Oh, I love thinking all about it. When I was just a kid, when I was just a kid. No responsibility, yeah. When I was just a kid, when I was just a kid. Got a home run, kick the football goal. I give it my all, I give it my soul. Listen to the radio, we gathered around. Awesome music making that sound. Jump in the pool, we slip and slide. Hat pulled back on my BMX ride. Sun setting down, got the wind in my face. Bobbing my head to the sound of the bass. I love thinking all about it. When I was just a kid, when I was just a kid. No responsibility, yeah. When I was just a kid, when I was just a kid. All right, that's the last track of the night. If you're listening to the show live now, make sure and check out soundcloud.com/HeartBeatHero to listen to the audio show, including even more music. If you enjoy the show, please tell your friends and family about it. I'm so thankful for all my listeners and guests on the show. You can support the show by checking out HeartBeatHero on Spotify, iTunes, Bandcamp, and SoundCloud. And like Robin Lights, Keith Atherton, and many more, you can support HeartBeatHero Radio by going to patreon.com/HeartBeatHero. The next show is the 1st of February with Pashong, Addictum, Ran, and Mark Delight. All about it. When I was just a kid. This time is earlier than normal because Pashong lives in South Korea, so it'll be in the afternoon on Saturday, the 1st, Paris time in the afternoon. So hopefully you can make it to that show. Hope to see you right now in the chat. You can join us by using the link in the Twitch chat. Have a great day, everybody. When I was just a kid.